Good, good day. Let me go close my room door, y'all. Because I feel like if I don't, these kids gonna be barking and yapping, and I don't got the patience for it right now. So, and now my phone is going off. That is so weird. Okay, well, good morning, everybody, and well, actually, it's not even morning, y'all. Like, what the fudge? Oh my god. So actually, technically, it is the afternoon. It's literally 12. Um, our day just was really whoa. I got some explaining to do. Okay, so first and foremost, my husband and I were abruptly woken up at like literally, I believe it was 4:58 in the morning to hearing my 10-month-old daughter now crying. When we discovered what had happened, I immediately got her, pacified her, breastfed her, and then that relaxed her to a point that she was able to successfully sleep. The only concerning thing that I will say in regards to that whole situation is that it is 12 something in the afternoon, I believe. And basically, hold on. Basically, she was grabbing her head due to what had happened, right? So she was grabbing her head like kind of like this and on the other side, but with both arms, okay? And so that kind of was a little bit concerning to me. I know that when she gets stressed out or like frustrated with her siblings, because she got some obnoxious ass siblings. And so, and trust me, I'm the youngest of these two other oldest annoying freaking kids. So, trust and believe, I do know how it is to be the youngest. Um, so, she did that, and it was kind of concerning to me. And so, I just kind of sat down with her for about a minute just to see what her coordination is, because I understand the realm of concussions, as my brother has had multiple actually. um the last time that my brother had a concussion, which you're not obviously not gonna compare a newborn, well, no, she's not a newborn, I'm sorry, she's 10 months now. But you're not gonna compare a 10-month-old to a full-blown adult, okay? That would just be idiotic for anybody to do to any extent, okay? um and so basically, um when I think this happened when I was 20 years old. Could Why can't we be young and 17 again, y'all? This age thing ain't working for me. The fudge. Anyways, so my brother, he's into cycling, okay? For those of you who don't know my brother, obviously like none of you do, right? But for those of you who know, who are close to me, I think I know about like four people who are subscribed to my channel on a personal level, and that's probably it. And it's been a long while since we've been reunited, and I kind of look forward to that reunification very soon. I would like to do this full on out, a non-collective reunion, and just see where it goes with that, because there are so many of us who have gone off of so many platforms due to safety concerns. It's stupid. But anyways, I think I am one of probably the one of the many who are still up and running. But then again, I have eyeballs everywhere. Like, so really, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter where I go, I could be walking up on that sidewalk. It really would make a damn difference. Um, so, um, pretty much, I was able to console my baby. I breastfed her, which was really cool bonding experience. And for you dads who are first time dads out there, and definitely obviously the mothers, if y'all don't already know, breastfeeding is an absolutely amazing experience when you're able to do it fluidly. Like, and I see this complaint constantly. This is not a vlog about breastfeeding at all. I'm just giving you guys little updates here and there. But I noticed that the one major component to my daughter's relaxation after everything that she went through this morning was breastfeeding. And why? That connection between my milk. I feel like a damn cow, dude. Like, I'm really a freaking cow? Come on now. I mean, that is the only other animal I think that has breast milk, right? I mean, other than us. I think the animal food chain typically does have breast milk, but it's like animalistic. It's a thing that is not really for human consumption, but whatever. Anyway, so I breastfed her. So where am I gonna go with this? I simply just kind of want to put it out there that um basically breastfeeding is the pretense to your child's freedom. If that makes sense. Hello, it's Freedom Angel. It's what I do. It's my calling. So if I can teach you first time dads and moms out there anything, and if you take one thing away from this entire vlog that I'm gonna be yapping my yapper away at, it would be breastfeed your baby. And if you are struggling to reproduce breast milk, you are not alone. There are countless mothers out there who have the same struggle as you. So what you do is you go to your local Walmart. I think I've seen them at Albertsons. I think I've seen them at not Smith's, but at Smith's they have the fenugreek, which is a big component to making breast milk. It's a natural remedy, so if you don't already know, you can even Google it, and it's as simple as that. You can look for the recipe to make it, and that in itself will not only make you very fertile, it will help you to um reproduce breast milk. Okay. And so you can go purchase the breast milk cookies. They got breast milk tea. I'm actually going to do a breastfeeding vlog because I feel like there are a lot of you moms out there, especially you young ones, that you're like either in your late teens, early 20s, possibly 30s, and y'all just don't have this knowledge. Like, I've studied natural holistic medicine, and I think it has saved my two sons and my newest baby, which is 10 months today, a lot of havoc because of this. Like, hear me out, y'all. Like, I know the struggle's real, and I know some of you moms get like the shaft, cut nipples, and I know, oh my god, if anybody freaking knows the pain that comes with that, it is I, okay? Like, straight up, dude. I remember when I had my son, when I almost passed away in child labor. No, I mean, okay, not that I almost passed away. I did pass away. It's just that they resuscitated me and they brought me back. So, let me rephrase what I said. When I passed away in childbirth and they resuscitated me and brought me back, I was able to breastfeed my son and build that unbreakable bond with him. And I think, like, even now he's older, he's 3, and he's like super attached, dude. And I'm like, Maki, go play with your toys. Go get your dinosaurs, okay? I think all moms go through that for real. But anyways, this is not about that. This is about breastfeeding. So when I had him, I had the whole cut nipple thing going on. Good lord, my nipple hurt like crazy. I had it more on my left nipple because I guess that's just like, I call it my main boob. Yo, this is too funny. Oh my god. So I call that my main boob because I'm right-handed, and for me it's just simpler for me to nurse on the left boob versus the right, because then if I'm nursing on the right, then I gotta utilize my left arm to hold her big stocky little body. And then in his case, all he wanted was the left boob because that was the boob of the two boobs that I got that had the most milk. Like, and hear me out on this, dude. I really don't even be knowing seriously the reason why left boob had more milk than the right. But it does, it's a very, Very real thing, and it does happen. So when I tell y'all first time parents that I totally feel you on that, that struggle, it is so real, it is so true, and so on spot. Okay, I don't know, in my journey with breastfeeding, and reproduction, that's just what had to work. So like I said, when I was resuscitated and I started breastfeeding my baby, I was just overcome by anxiety, overcome by the fact that I was dead on a table and I could like feel death all around me, and it was just horrific all around. And I'm blessed because above it all, my faith is what drove me to be resuscitated and to be blessed enough that God returned my life back to me. So I was just overcome by anxiety and joy, and like there's just so many emotions that go through you. Like truly, this is something that is totally disregarded by society as a whole. I don't even understand how abortion can get so much attention from these leftist, democratic, extremist feminazis, but then yet women are dying on the freaking surgical tables during C-section, but people don't want to pay no attention to that. But anyways, this is not about that. This is just more about breastfeeding, if anything. So pretty much, Isabella, knock it off. In the end, left boob ended up being my son's best friend, dude. Like literally, left boob and Maki all day, every day, dude. That is just really what it felt like. And then now recently, I had my little one in April. She's officially 10 months today. Thank God. We are so blessed for that. I just gotta monitor her and make sure she's okay, and I'm pretty sure she will be. Like I said, uh, you know, you know, I study natural holistic medicine, and I do know a lot about oxygen and things like that. Um, so I do got my oximeter. I got my actual blood pressure cuff and all that. I got a lot of medical gear, y'all. Like, and it's crazy because I basically have what it takes to run my own privatized clinic, which actually that's not even a bad idea. Because, I got offered a job working for the World Health Organization, but I declined it because I'm not going to go sign a contract to lie to any of you. I'm just not. I am a freedom angel, dude. I stand up for people's rights. I don't lie. Why would I do that? That's just so stupid and defiling. Y'all know what I mean? Like, just, ugh, no, just no. So I declined the position at the World Health Organization, and the individual that was going to give me that job was highly offended by that. Like, and was really quick to, disregard and throw me aside. I'm like, man, F you, dude. I serve the people, not you. And I'm certainly not going to serve no damn agenda. So you a lost cause, bro. But thank you for the job offer, though, really humbly. And I guess in the world of medicine, they want people who know natural holistic medicine. So, like, I think in this individual's head, he thought he was doing me a favor by offering me a job for the World Health Organization. I'm like, man, F you, no. Right away, it was a hard, cold no. I'm like, I will not, and indefinitely will not work for a corrupt, backwards agency. Period. I said what I said. All right. But, anyways, breastfeeding. So, for you first time parents out there who barely are bringing your babies home, you feel insecure about the feeding methods and this and that, I'm going to tell you there is absolutely hope. I wish I had known this when I had my two daughters, my oldest daughters, my 10 and 11-year-old. I mean, yeah. And so, no, I'm sorry, 10 and 11-year-old girl. Both of my baby girls just had a birthday, and they are much older than 10. Oh my God. It's 11 and 12. My bad, y'all. They would probably smack me across my face if they had heard me say that. Woo! Good thing they were not in the room. But so you can go buy breastfeeding cookies, or you can even order them off of Amazon or the Walmart app. There's this thing called Mama Tea, Mama Milk Tea. a minute, I will do a complete separate vlog so that you guys can learn how to properly breastfeed. Um, and there's tea and there's cookies. Also, so in regards to my daughter, as it pertains to her, basically, shut up. And so, pretty much, she's okay now. I think she just needs to be observed for a little bit. And that's it. Um, I was just in a very not good place yesterday because my mom, I'm nothing like her. It's crazy. I resemble my dad, if anything. Okay. And so, you know, she just basically used her sickness as a way to attack me. And then keep in mind, my mom hadn't seen my kids in years, if not months. Okay. And so 2 days ago, my oldest daughter was crying that she wanted stuff returned. Her dad was complaining that his jacket didn't fit him. So everybody was basically complaining and being annoying. And so I had her, come pick up the stuff. Immediately when she picked up the stuff, that day that she came, it was overcast. It was windy and super cold to the point that I was struggling with my anemia, and really, really bad. And yes, for those of you who don't know, I am severely anemic. It is to a point that I have to get IVs sometimes with iron just to sustain myself. And so, um, at the end of everything, she showed up. I wouldn't let her in my house at all. I made her stay at the door. Literally, me and the kids, we just huddled together. We surrounded the front door so that she would come in at all. And so, at the end of everything, she stayed at the door, but she was just degrading all 5 of my kids, including the baby. And I'm like, you're so quick to degrade us, but you're not quick to go look in the mirror to see how you look. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, y'all. Like, she just was degrading my kids. And somehow they expect me to want to have a relationship with them. Dude, I don't. I really don't. I'm done with the narcissistic, pessimistic negativity. I'm done with it all. They can go bully each other now and see how well that carries. For real. I'm not going to allow her to mind wash my older daughter anymore. Or in her words, she uses my daughter as an informant. Guess what? Not anymore. She likes to hurt the feelings of the other 4 kids and does childish behaviors with those kids. But it's the oldest one receives all of her intention, all of her favoritism, and everything else in between. But that's what she did with me and my sister, and that's why me and my sister parted ways. Literally, I think I only see my sister 1 time a year, literally. And that's not because we both want to. It's just because that's the way the family puts the situation and the dynamic. But at the end of everything, that's how she created that connection between my older sister and me. My mom and my oldest sister have always been narcissistic. They have always wanted to place themselves above me. They have always thought of themselves in a higher power, which they're not God, so they really don't have any power at all. They're no more mortal than I am. And it doesn't matter if they're rich, poor, or indifferent. They're not God. They never will be, and they won't have that power ever, no matter how much they thirst for it, period. And so, a few weeks ago, my mom had admitted that my brother hated me, right? So I called my brother out on it. My brother thought he'd be bold by trying to lie about it and saying, oh, no, I love you just because it was my birthday. I'm like, dude, quit the crap, okay? Quit. And so then just yesterday, she was using her sickness as a motive to perpetuate a fight with me, which I never really responded. I mean, I think I responded only 1 time. But at the end of everything, it was the only thing that I said was no, of course not, because she had asked me the question if I hated her just because she was sick. And I'm like, no, why? That's just stupid. Who would hate you because you're sick? That's life. People get sick all the time. Who in their right mind would hate somebody just based off of that alone? It doesn't make sense at all. And so at the end of everything, I said, no, no, of course not. Why? Like, why? Why would I do that? I'm not her. I don't hold hatred in my heart. And she also brought up the fact that I went to her, myself, and my daughters, and my oldest son, and my husband. We took a trip with her to Disneyland. Okay. And she made it one wretched experience for everybody. I told her that I was going to pay for all of our expenses. I had worked my ass off literally for 4 freaking weeks just so that I could pay our own expenses off. I told her, no, I'll pay for us. She completely did a 360 and completely refused. As a matter of fact, she paid before I could even reach in my damn purse. Okay? And she's over here giving my brother a one-sided story and playing the victim. And she's over here being dramatic and crying with actual tears in her face. And Eric has really no idea what really happened because he's only getting a one-sided story. And the whole thing that she did with the whole tears in her eyes was a stunt. And it is a part of her sickness and it's part of her condition that she has. Okay? She's narcissistic, and narcissistic people have to make these scenarios so they can be the center of attention and gain that attention from somebody. And it doesn't matter if it's a family member or a stranger or somebody that you're familiar with. And if you want to try to argue that with me, pull up an article on narcissism and you'll see yourself. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to be her punching bag. I'm not going to allow her to brainwash my older daughter and use her as a informant the way that she says. I'm not going to do any of that anymore. I'm not going to run back to them. I'm not. Because I'm not looking to have a toxic year of sickness in 2023. I'm not. I have far too much to be dealing with than to be dealing with narcissistic people. And the sad thing is that in this situation, it's my oldest sister and my mom. And they're trying to make my brother like that. Years ago, he was never like that. He was a genuine person, very sweet, very kind, and now he's becoming one of them. That is the second time that he has told my mom that he has hated me. So with that hate, they can go. They can go completely. Let me tell you something. I'm reclaiming 2023. And if I say I'm not going to allow no narcissistic, pessimistic, problematic people in my life, I'm not. And it doesn't just pertain to my family. It pertains to anybody who is a part of my husband's family who does not bring positivity into our situation, period. Not just him, but coworkers, friends. I don't care who it is. If you don't bring positivity into our lives without the necessity for drugs and alcohol, you're out. And in my mom's case, her best friend told me, because my mom, growing up, she told me she had never done nothing, but her best friend from San Diego revealed the truth to me. So I know what's going on. And she's not as clean cut as she's pretending she is. And that's just to say the least. She's over here with her narcissism, bringing everybody down, degrading everybody, and then over here giving my brother Eric a one-sided story about what happened at Disneyland. But she don't want to disclose the full truth because she knows if she does, she's really going to hear how it is. And that's what she doesn't want. She doesn't want to have to hear that. Okay? First of all, I told her that I had already reserved the hotel. I had already taken care of everything. I even, because of the way I had worked so hard, I was able to afford her own room. She didn't want to go there at all. But then yet she's over here telling Eric that she paid for everything. When in reality, I had enough money and everything reserved. She did not want to go there. So all the money that I put towards the hotel, it went to trash. And it never got refunded to me. Okay? That was hard-earned money that I spent on a freaking reservation. A week in advance, mind you. And it went to trash because she wanted to do it the rich people way. And that's why she spent the so-called $5,000 the way she did. And that $5,000 was in the vehicle because she thought she was too good to ride in our personal car. So she wanted to go above and beyond to get a rental vehicle so that she wouldn't have to be in our vehicle, because in her head, that's the poor, less fortunate people way. And she has a problem with that. Go. So that in itself made me extremely angry because I had paid to hold that reservation. And it wasn't cheap. I'll tell you that. It was not cheap. I lost close to almost $200 something just because of that reservation alone. And then I had another $300 something. Take it out and leave. I had lost another like $200 to $300 right there because she wanted to do it the rich people way, because she had a problem personally getting in our vehicle that we utilize to go over there. So that $5,000 was out of her own doing because she was too bold to get into our car. When we had already gotten the gas, the car was fully packed, everything was taken care of. She said that that was the less fortunate way. And that's why she ended up paying the $5,000 something that she's saying she paid, was because she was too bold to use our car. So right there, I'm not going to accept blame at all for her. Not at all. And then we get to the theme park the following day. My kids were not able to eat the food that they wanted because it had to be her way. Because heaven forbid my kids just enjoy themselves, it would have been a wretched experience in her head. Not even when we went to a fast food joint, they weren't even free to eat what they wanted. It had to be her way. Keep in 8.5 months pregnant at that time with my son. And this was back in 2019. We get to the theme park. I was getting ready to pay for my husband, myself, and our 3 kids. So at that time, we only had 3 kids. And it was fine. So I was going to pay with my hard-earned money. She jumped in her bag and slipped the card over there long before I could even get my stuff. I was going to pay for us. And she would have only had to pay for herself. And she's over there saying that she paid for everything, trying to make it seem as if she didn't have the option, when in reality she did. I had everything squared away. But because she wanted to do it the rich people way, that's why she did what she did. And then I forgot what she told me at the hotel. She was being rude or something, and I don't remember what all she said because this was years ago already. But it really made me angry, so I just went to my room and I shut the door and took a shower, and I was just laying in bed talking with my husband. I'm like, don't be acting like you're a victim when in reality you were the causation of everything. Because really, I had the means to pay for my family. You had an issue with doing it the poor ghetto people way, in her words. Just like she's over there saying she paid $5,000 for the van. Okay? I told you to get in our car. That we even had it serviced. We paid $60-something to have it fully serviced and to put gasoline in it. But in her head, that was the poor people way. And she didn't want to do it that way. So she went out of her way and rented that van. Then we get to the theme park. She runs off to quickly pay off everything. Long before I could reach into my purse and get my stuff out. I'm not quick like her. I like to look at myself and make sure that I'm getting the correct things. And my daughters can sit here and tell you, I busted my ass for almost 3 weeks just to be able to afford all of that. I already know it's like $250 something to get into Disneyland. Plus you're paying another $100, so that's like $300 right out the door to get food, and that's if you choose to even eat there at all. But here's the big deal here. I was 8.5 months pregnant at that time. Emma, get the baby. 8.5 months pregnant. And every attempt that we made to get a bottle of water, we couldn't. Oh, we got to pay for it. Oh, I got one in my purse, but it was those tiny little bottles that are really intended for a child. And she would give the one bottle to all the kids. So was I going to be furious? Of course I was. Of course I'm going to be pissed because I want my own freaking water. It was like $2 or $3.50. And so what? I had the money to pay it off. But she didn't want to make the time to stop. She made it to where we couldn't get the water. Get out of that boat.
Stay here.
So this whole crying and tears and sobbing and giving a one-sided story to Eric needs to stop. Because in reality, Eric doesn't know nothing. He doesn't want to take the time to come and talk to me and my husband, but that's because they are narcissistic and because they know that they're going to hear the full-on out story of how things went down. And that's what both of them, they don't want to hear. So that hatred that he has against me now was based off on that situation alone. But you know what? You can keep your hatred. For real. 2023 is my comeback year, and I'm not going to allow nothing and nobody to stand in the way of that. So if you guys want to be pessimistic and narcissistic and rude, you guys will be seen for exactly that. Nothing. I'm not going to continue to reach out to any of you when narcissism is all I'm seeing. I'm not going to continue to allow the brainwashing of Emma and the other kids to be maltreated. I'm not. She has sickness. She needs to recognize that, and she needs to get help for it. She needs to go see some therapists, because that is a genuine mental health condition that people really do have, where they constantly feel they need to be the center of attention. And it just so happens that you were the one that fell for it. But then yet you can't see that she needs the help. And you're just sitting here going about your life and acting like she don't need the help. But then yet she's bragging about all this other stuff. I'm not going to be your punching bag anymore. I'm not going to allow you guys to step all over me anymore. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to run back to you guys. I don't need to. Because every single time I've given you guys opportunities, you take advantage of that and you show just how ugly and defiling you guys can be. You know, you try to make it seem like you're staying out of it, but you're just as involved as anybody else. Because you're over there talking a heap of mess behind closed doors and going along with these conspiracy theories of hers. When in reality, she needs to go see a therapist. I will personally show you where it says all of that. She is a grown adult and should not feel no need to be the center of attention 24/7.
Hi, it's Peppy.
It is a condition that she has and needs to get help for, apart from this depression. So if you're going to be bragging about all that you do and all that you say, make sure you hold to it. But I'll tell you one thing and two for certain. I'm not going to allow the negativity around these kids no more. I'm not going to allow any of you to be mind washing any of the kids anymore. I'm not going to allow for the emotional scarring that you guys were trying to do with the other 4 kids. I'll put up with that crap anymore. I'm not. So if you dream of ever making amends with me, you better leave that narcissism behind. And that's for real. But in reference to my daughter, she's stable. She's good. From what I see, she's just jolly and mopey and whatever. You know, and that's pretty much it. But peace out, y'all.